This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim pass the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Postgame reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sob like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.
Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. Boy, oh boy. The Knicks take a loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers, ladies and gentlemen, 124-105. They had a 15-point lead in this basketball game and could not hold on. I mean, it's a 19-point loss. But ladies and gentlemen, that's a 34-point turnaround. A 34-point turnaround. You lead by 15, you lose by 19, a 36-point turnaround. Not 34, 36-point turnaround. So in essence, it's a 30-point blowout. You know, Kevin, you said the loss doesn't even upset you. It doesn't upset me because I didn't expect for the Knicks to win this basketball game. I wanted them to be competitive. I guess you can say that they were competitive in the first half. I mean, they had the lead, so obviously they were competitive. But when Cleveland decided to turn it on, there was nothing at all that this basketball team could do. Nothing that they could do. Kevin, you say the Cavs are still a beatable team. They might be beatable, but I don't think they're beatable by us. I do not think we can beat this basketball team. I don't care if we are at full strength with Jalen Brunson and Mitchell Robinson. I do not think we can beat this basketball team. I just don't think we can beat them. We might put up a good fight. We'll lose. If we played them in a series, we'd probably lose 4-2. That's the way that I see it. I just don't believe that we have the same chemistry they have. We're not as strong offensively as they are. We're not as good defensively as they are. I just don't see that we can beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. You know what I mean? I just don't see it. So, JJ from Brooklyn, what's popping with you, brother? How you feeling?
Yo, Sim, what's good, brother? How's everything, man?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Tough loss tonight, an expected loss. I expected the Knicks to lose this game, but
yeah.
What's your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, so I'm not mad at the loss. I'm not at all. Like, we were competitive, I guess, but it was frustrating that we kind of didn't compete back once they went on that great run. Like, it kind of took the fight out of us, and unfortunately, that's kind of something that we've seen all year versus the Celtics of the world and the Cavs and the OKCs, at least the game at home. But my main point why I'm calling tonight is Mikal Bridges. All right, listen, he only shows up, let's be honest, he shows up versus crappy teams. When we play elite teams, he's nowhere to be found. 6 shots tonight, 6. You know who took more shots than him tonight? Precious Achiuwa and Delon Wright. Is this a joke? That's pitiful. I don't care what you do versus the Trailblazers and the Spurs and the Wizards. We didn't trade all these picks for you to help us beat crappy teams. We traded for you to help us beat Boston, the Cavs, and you're complete no-show, less than a no-show when we play these teams. Right. 6 shots in 36 minutes is pitiful. He's getting cooked out there all game as well. I mean, it's about what you do versus great teams. I don't care what you do when we play these garbage teams. I don't care.
Yeah.
Next time, I don't care if he drops 45 the next game we play a subpar team. Doesn't mean anything to me. Until he does it versus an elite team, I don't have any faith this guy's going to show up versus Boston in the playoffs. None. He doesn't show up.
I feel you. I can't argue with you.
I'm pissed. Like, I'm mad that, my fault. Go ahead, bro.
Nah, I can't argue with you. I can't argue with you about anything that you said. He, 6
crazy,
shot attempts
man.
tonight. The Knicks need more. They need more from him. The Knicks scored 105 points last night. I mean, tonight. They scored 105 points last night, too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care about the loss. I'm cool. Like, it's not, to me, at this point, it's not about wins and losses. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the more I see from Bridges versus, like, how are we supposed to say we make the second round versus Boston? We're supposed to have any confidence that Bridges is gonna show up? I mean, I'd rather him be 2 for 25 tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least be aggressive. 6 shots is, it's mind-boggling to me. Right. It really is. And this is him, unfortunately. Until proven otherwise, this is Mikal Bridges. When we need him versus a great team. Until he shuts me up and does it, that's what he is. He's a garbage night player.
Okay.
You play the Wizards, you want to show up, cool. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? The Spurs, hey, let's throw a party.
Yeah. I hear you. Hey,
come on, man.
This is more and more proof that OG Anunoby is the third guy for real on this basketball team. Just more and more proof. Like, he is that third guy. There's no doubt about it in my mind.
I wish I could argue that, but I can't. How could anybody argue that?
Yeah.
You can't.
23 points tonight.
OG wants it. I could live with that. I would have been cool if Bridges missed 15 shots.
Right.
Be aggressive, man. They're putting Mitchell on you. You're doing your little soft fadeaways. Come on, man. That's pitiful, bro. It's pitiful.
No, I feel you.
And it really is, man. Like, I'm mad. Like, I'm literally tight. Like, if I could curse, I would. But, I'm mad, man. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got you for this team, for Boston. Like, I'm curious what his numbers are versus the Cavs and the Celtics. It's got to be awful. Like, it's got to be dreadful.
Yeah, that's
you got to show up.
Definitely worth researching. I don't know.
Yeah, right? I'm curious if you could somehow find that.
Yeah.
Like, it's, I mean, if this one thing is for missing, cool. But, like, to not want the ball, to not want to take advantage of a Donovan Mitchell, soft.
Yeah.
Soft.
So you have no expectations from him in the playoffs right now. Is that what you're saying? You don't expect,
say that again?
So you don't expect him to perform in the playoffs?
No, not versus Boston. Not in the second round. No.
Okay.
No.
Maybe in the first round, but not in the second round.
Maybe the first round if we got Milwaukee. Probably. Yeah. Boston, no. I'd be shocked.
What do you think it is?
What we see?
What do you think it is? Is he scared? Is he timid?
I don't know. Soft, scared. What a sissy, man.
Yeah.
Scared. It's like he sees monsters. Or like, come on, man. They lace their shoes the same way you do, man. Like, ain't nothing to be timid out there, man. Like, this ain't the monsters from Space Jam. They were scary. You know what I'm saying? But like, come on, man. You're out here shook. Like my beat, it shook one.
Yeah.
Like, are you built for this or not? Are you built for this jersey? You could pull this act with the Nets in Brooklyn where only 10 people would care. This is the New York Knicks, man. You got to be built for this. Yeah, you're built when we play, the Wizards and the Blazers. Cool. That don't mean nothing.
Right.
Means nothing.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Mikal's gate. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Like, again, it's not about the loss. I'm cool. It's just, that's what it is, man. That's what I'm mad about. Till proven otherwise, he's a garbage night player. When we play bad teams, he'll show up. And that's it.
Okay. You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen.
That's, man.
You heard it here.
Yeah,
heard
and
it
he's
here.
getting cooked out. They got to be his whole game. Mitchell, Hunter, whoever. It's like they were picking him out. Like, I want this matchup. I want this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to cook him. You know what I'm saying? And then Cat, Sim, he's got to be, is he not the worst pick and roll defensive player like
Oh
you've
my
seen?
gosh. Yeah.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
I know.
It's unbelievable. Holy. I've never seen somebody that, like, he's lost. I've never seen someone that bad at picking up.
Yeah.
They could run the same play 12 straight times. He wouldn't know what to do one time. Literally.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know how we seal this up.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah.
Do you lean into the offense and just say, you know what, we're gonna go all offense like Mike D'Antoni did with the Suns back in the day?
Right. Yeah.
Is that what you do
like,
with this team?
It depends, like the matchup, I think, like what you're saying, like that Mitch out there, I think that's what they're indicating.
What'd you say?
Are you indicating like to start Mitch?
No.
Or?
What I'm saying is, like as we're building this basketball team, knowing that we don't have a great guy in Cat, we don't have a guy in Cat that plays great defense. We don't have a guy in Brunson that is a great defender.
Right.
And those are right there. That's the head of your defense, and the head of your defense and the backside of your defense. Right. Two of the most important parts.
It's hard to guard. It's hard to hide two players.
You know
hard
what I'm saying?
to guide. To hide one.
So do you say, you know what, we're just gonna go all in on the offensive side and try to create the most unstoppable offense in the league?
Yeah, boy.
And make teams have to outscore us to beat us?
What other option do we have unless you're saying Mitch? But like my thing with Mitch is like, to me, Mitch is matchup based. Like, do I think he would help us versus Boston? I don't. I don't see how Mitch is going to make an impact versus Celtics. That's just me. I've seen it. I don't think he's not the perimeter defender he was when he was younger. Like, they're going to 5 out. We see, I don't want him out there guarding KP. KP, we've seen it over and over.
Right.
So, I don't like that match. Could we use him if we got Detroit in the first round? Sure. Versus Duran, he doesn't play away from the hoop. Yeah. But versus Boston, nah. Me personally, I wouldn't play him much whatsoever. That's just me.
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
It's tough.
For this year, we're doing what we're doing this year. And that's all we can do right now, right? Is finish out this year and see where we land, and then we got to strategize for next year. And that's really where I'm saying, do we lean into the offensive side next year? You know what I mean?
Right.
Knowing that what kind of defense we have.
What can we do? Like, we can't do much, really, right? Unless we trade like a core player, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
because especially with Cat, I don't know. I don't see how this defense gets better. To become the type of defense that you need to win a championship.
I remember Eric Spoelstra. I remember this stuck in my head. He said it a couple of years ago. He said, "It's hard to be a good defense when your best players don't defend."
Right.
And he was saying how Butler and Bam are such good defenders, and it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. So so you're right. I don't know, man. Like,
we'll see. JJ, I appreciate it,
the
man.
questions still exist. Still a lot of questions, unfortunately.
Yeah, still a lot. Still a lot. Appreciate it, JJ.
Appreciate you, man.
Right, man.
Take it easy, bro.
Peace. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's the solution. Fred said, Sim, that would be perfect for this team. Go all in on the offense. That would be coaching to the players' strengths. And then Kevin said, Sim, if you're expecting Tibbs to adjust, good luck. My thing is this. I'm not talking about this year. We are what we are for this season. If you're talking about next year, I'll say this. If your strategy is to go all in on the offensive side, you might as well just go get Mike D'Antoni and have him be the head coach. And just go all in on the offensive side. Just go all in, all offense. And make teams have to score with you. You know what I mean? If that's the decision, then if that's the decision, then I would have to admit that Tom Thibodeau's not the coach for that. Mike D'Antoni would be the coach for that. If you're going to go all in on the offensive side and just go straight offense, we're just trying to run teams off the floor. We're going to blow teams out. We're going to score 130 points per game. Well, then, you'd have to Tom Thibodeau is not going to coach that way. But can you win if you do that? You know what I mean? Can you win if you do that? I just don't know with this team if we can't put together a top defense. How do you win? How do you win? If we can't lock teams down when we need to without winning a championship with the team. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen. You got to be able to lock teams down to win a championship. We got so many holes defensively. If we can't lock teams down, if we're stuck with this core, I don't want to say stuck. If we have this core and you can't lock teams down with this core, then what are your other options to win? The only other option to win then would be to go all offense and really lean into the offensive side. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Silk, what's popping with you, brother? How you feeling?
What up, Sims?
Chilling.
Yeah, I'm with JJ, man. Bridges is frustrating me because I seen it. He don't show up against the OKCs, the Celtics, the Cavaliers. He's like a ghost in those games. And everybody was blaming Brunson. Brunson not getting the ball. Well, this is a game where all you got to do is match what OG's doing. It seemed like something clicked with OG in December with Cat and Brunson was scoring on points. Says, I got to be more aggressive. For me to be able to score, I got to stop pushing me. But Bridges is not like that. And I wasn't for this chatter early in the day, or this chatter about the Knicks who were looking at Durant at the February trade line. I'm thinking the Knicks was looking at Durant because at that time, Bridges wasn't producing. And I'm thinking they might be thinking about sending Bridges back to the Suns at the main piece. It would be crazy if we gave up 5 picks for this dude. So we're gonna go for old Durant. But I think they need somebody who could be at least a threat corner-wise against these excellent teams. And it seems like Bridges ain't that.
Yeah. I knew Bridges was going to catch it tonight. I knew he was going to catch it. I don't know what to say about him. I don't know why he fades to it. Six shots. 3 for 6, 6 shots.
Hot alone. Dillion, I probably jack up the guy's name. How he going to get more points in the game against the Cavs than Bridges?
Who?
How?
Who?
Dillon, the starting point guard.
Oh, Dillon Wright?
Dillon. Right. Yeah. How he going to have more points?
Well, he didn't. He had 7. Bridges had 8.
How much Bridges had?
Bridges had 8.
He was 2 for 3.
He was 3 for 6. 3 for 6 and 2 for 2 for the free throw line. Yeah.
Come on, man. You were brought here to be our third primary scorer, and now it's OG that's doing 25 a game. And when you got in foul trouble, you were supposed to take over. You can't be letting Spider guard you. Spider is a good defender, but he got better this year. But he ain't all that you can't score on him. I'm like, I don't know. I'm actually thinking, and the Knicks might be thinking that if Phoenix is willing to do that, Mikal Bridges, Deuce, some of our rookies, and whatever picks we give up for Durant, I'm thinking the Knicks might be thinking that.
For Durant.
It's crazy though to give him up after giving up 5 picks for him for Durant. So you probably would give up Durant for 5 picks if he was available.
I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, they would have gave up 5 picks for Durant, but would I do it now, right now?
I'm talking about next year.
I mean, that. Well,
they don't
yeah,
think they
that's
have
what I mean. Though.
confidence.
That's what I mean.
If he's like this in the
year.
playoffs, are they gonna have confidence moving forward?
I don't know. It's a good
Well,
question.
he's a no-show against the real great teams. Will you need him to be there? You don't need him to be there for the Wizards, for another team. But against Celtics, teams got multiple scores. Celtics, OKC, Cavaliers. You need him to show up, not to give you 4 points, 10 points. So we need you in the 18 to 19 range, bro. And everybody was blaming Brunson for him not doing it. He's going against good teams now with Brunson not there, and he's still not aggressive. Put up the shot.
I mean, it's the mentality.
He'd be at the rim, and he'd be looking to pass out. Put up the shot. You're at the rim.
It's the mentality. He just doesn't have that mentality. He doesn't have an alpha mentality. I didn't think OG had it, but OG seems to understand when it's his time.
Yeah, OG has it.
You know, he seems to understand, like, okay, Brunson is out, such and such. It's time for me to step up and do what I can do.
But he started doing that before he hurt his foot. He said, I got to be more aggressive. He got in his mind, I can't be waiting back for people to pass me the ball. I got to be more aggressive. And that's when you started seeing his offensive numbers going up. Then he had the hurt foot, so he had a 2-week hiatus. But now he's back to what he was doing before his mindset in December said, I got to be more aggressive. This guy, he should be more aggressive. He knows Hart. And Hart's another one. Hart started out aggressive in the second quarter. He right there open. He's still looking to pass. How you can hit your 3-point shot, you scoring in the paint all over the place, and then the second quarter you're hesitant again. He gets an on and off switch like this. Aggressive, not aggressive. Aggressive or not aggressive. Hart's another one. But he's not as bad as Bridges. I've seen Hart show up in big games. Bridges this year against the real good teams, I haven't seen him show up. When you chart the numbers, you're going to see how bad he is against the teams that we owe for this year.
Right.
You're going to see his numbers are going to be really bad.
Right.
That's why we're getting blown out by these teams. Because Cat and Brunson are showing up. Sometimes OG show up. Bridges never show up against good defensive teams that could guard you. So against teams that could guard you, you can't score no more. Unless you're pass open. I thought you were the one-on-one guy. And he seems like he's not against good defenders.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have a lot of strength. So his go-to move is to fade away because he doesn't have the strength to bump people off. And what OG is able to do, and I think works much better, unless you're Jordan or you know what I'm saying, one of them type of guys, Jason Tatum, just has a killer, like super killer mid-range game. He doesn't have the power to bull his way to the basket, right? And create that kind of, he's got to fade away from the contact. He's got to take a bump and fade away. OG, on the other hand, is able to use power, is able to bull his way to the basket when he needs to. And when you're playing against tough defenses, aggressive defenses, scrappy defenses, that's the kind of play that you need. Yeah,
So,
Bridges just doesn't
you,
have that.
Are we another pure scorer? Because OG, as good as he's been playing, I don't trust his handle against good defenses in the playoffs. That they may be able to stifle him a little bit. He got the physicality to get by him.
Well,
but I'm not always sure about his handle.
Right.
We thought Bridges had the handle.
Well, hopefully, in those situations, OG is closer to the basket when he's trying to score. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he's going to penetrate from the perimeter, but You know, getting them in the box, letting them score from the baseline. That's one of his favorite spots to be, the baseline. You know, getting him a little closer to the basket where he doesn't have to dribble out in space too much. Because you're right, you know, he doesn't have this great handle.
Hey, and before I go, Sam, I got one question for you because this is kind of for the Tim haters out there. What do you think about Grimes' response when they asked him about Tibbs?
What did he say? I didn't hear it.
He says Tim showed them how to be professional, how to learn how the league works. That he enjoyed playing for Tibbs. Now everybody thought out of anybody, Grimes probably had the worst issue with Tibbs, but he's giving Tibbs props, and you see him dapping up the Philly game, dapping up Leon Rose, West, and Jalen Brunson on the sideline. I'm like, are we doing collusion here? We trying to bring back Grimes? You dapping up the management that traded you, and you giving Tibbs props about how he told how to be a professional NBA ball player. It seems like Grimes is missing the Knicks.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you talk about young players and Tibbs, you know, this is what he teaches them.
I know. So, I don't know. It's just, for a guy who we all wanted Bridges, we said that was the missing, the golden goose, the piece that we needed. He's coming up so I know it's how it could be your first year getting used to a team. Piazza with the Mets took a year before he got used to us. So I understand you coming to a new team. You were the man on one team. Now you got to see it, take a dominant role. But he got to learn. New York only going to get on him if he coming up Charles Smith small against big teams.
Yeah.
If he's showing up like Charles Smith against big teams, he going to hear it. He may not hear it this year. If he's still here next year, he going to start getting boos in New York.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, you can't be showing up against the Wizards and against a real good team where we really need you to show up, and you got 4 points.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I don't know what we're
All
gonna
right,
do.
Sim.
All right, appreciate it. So, peace.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, Mikal Bridges, the topic of conversation, 8 points tonight, 3 for 6 from the field. You know, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Karl Anthony Towns, 25 points, 13 rebounds tonight, 7 turnovers for Cat. OG Anunoby, 23.6 rebounds and 6 assists. Precious Achiuwa had 13 points and 6 rebounds. DeLon Wright had 7 points. Landry Shamet, 5 points, 2 rebounds. Tyler Kolek, 1 point, 3 assists. Marshawn Bootcamp played a couple of minutes. Anton Watson played a couple of minutes. What are we gonna do? You know what I mean? What are we gonna do? Guys got to step up. Guys got to play. It's not a tough loss. I expected the Knicks to lose this game. You know what I mean? They lost 124 to 105 by 19 points. They had a 15-point lead. What are you going to say? On to the next one, I guess. That's what we're going to say. On to the next one. On to the next one. 15-point lead, ladies and gentlemen. Sheesh. I thought we were going to have a chance to win this basketball game. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they were led in scoring by none other than Donovan Mitchell, 27 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. 21 points for Jared Allen, 8 rebounds. Darius Garland, 17 points. DeAndre Hunter, 16 points. Isaac Okoro had 11 points. Max Strus had 8 points, 5 rebounds. A lot of participation from the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Knicks, they shoot 44% from the field, 30% from the three-point line, 82% from the free throw line. The Cavs, 53% from the field, 32% from the three-point line. When it comes down to it, though, the Knicks couldn't get stops. When the Cleveland Cavaliers got rolling, there was just nothing that the Knicks could do. You know what I mean? Donald Cannon said, Sim, you got what you wanted. You said you wanted us to be competitive last night. And we were for 3 quarters. Yeah, I guess we were for 3 quarters. I guess we were. But, I wanted us to be competitive throughout the entire game into the fourth quarter. I didn't expect us to win, but, I wanted us to be competitive. For the most part. Yeah, I don't know. I guess you could say that, but, having a 15-point lead and then it's a 36-point turnaround to lose by 19. When they decided to play, it was a blowout. That's really where the issue lies with me when we talk about competing with these teams. When they decided to turn it on, there was not one thing we could do. And I know that we were undermanned and all of that stuff. When they decided to turn it on, there was not a thing that we could do. We couldn't stop them. Keep Turner said, I can see Tibbs getting fired if we're a first-round exit. Maybe. I don't think we'll be a first-round exit. I think we'll win the first round. I know, it looks bad, it feels bad. You know what I'm saying, when we see certain things. But I think we'll be in the second round, and then we're going to have to play one of those top teams. And we're going to have to prove to ourselves that we can compete with those teams. We can't get swept by the Boston Celtics. We've got to prove to ourselves that we can compete. Because if we get swept in the playoffs by the Celtics, then we're not even close. We got to show that we're close. Then we can see exactly what we need to get better. I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, the Knicks play. They're back in action on Friday. Is it Friday or Saturday? Maybe it's Saturday. Back in action on Saturday. Yeah, they're back in action on Saturday versus the Atlanta Hawks. Obviously, the Hawks are fighting for a playoff position. The Knicks play Saturday and Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. They play Phoenix on Sunday. The Knicks got to show up. Hopefully, Jalen Brunson will be back this weekend. Right, the Atlanta Hawks, currently in the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference, fighting to move up into that 7th seed so that they can have home court advantage. The Phoenix Suns are currently in the 11th seed in the Western Conference, fighting to get into the top 10 so they can make the play-in, try to do something in the playoffs. So these teams are going to be battling. The Knicks got to show up this weekend. They got to show up. So, it's tough games. It's going to be tough games. Do I want to say for here? I don't want to for here on out, but there's going to be tough games, right? The Knicks still got some. They still got to. They still got a battle to lock down this 3rd seed. That magic number is 3. They got a battle to lock down the 3rd seed. I don't know. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's a short show. I got an early morning, so I'm glad the game was kind of early. I apologize for it being short. I'll probably jump on tomorrow night since I'm going to struggle to be on over the weekend. I'm going to jump on tomorrow night. I appreciate your time. Appreciate you being here. I'm sure we're going to have a lot of stuff to talk about tomorrow night. I apologize that I got to roll out early, but, I got business to take care of. All right, but I'm heading out right now. I appreciate your time, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you tomorrow night. I'm up out of here. Peace.
This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's Number one show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Postgame reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Nick.